Transfer 20,000 yuan to his wife. My husband gives me 20,000 yuan a month for the family. Everyone said I had a good fate, but only I know. I can't move a penny of this 20,000 yuan. Grocery shopping should be accounted for. Apply to buy clothes. Even buy a bottle of soy sauce for 9 yuan and 8. I have to spread the invoice. Show him. If you are 1 second slower, you will be questioned by him. Take my money to be chic again. How did I marry such a prodigal girl? Until my mother was hospitalized with stomach bleeding. Hurry up and wait for 5,000 yuan for the surgery. I begged her to transfer money to me first. He only replied to me, no invoice. How do I know your mother is really sick? Or you partner to cheat me out of money? That day, I sat in the hospital corridor and stared at him. The sentence in the circle of friends is to make money to give a better life to his wife and children. Suddenly laughed out loud. 11 a.m. Chen Huan's circle of friends updates the 9 square grid photos on time. In the middle is a screenshot of the transfer. Transfer 20,000 yuan to his wife. There is only one sentence in the accompanying text. No matter how hard it is to make money, it's worth it to see your wife and children doing well. The comments below are brushed quickly. Brother Chen is too spoiled by his wife. 20,000 households a month are absolutely amazing. Now this kind of man is hard to find with a lantern. My sister-in-law doesn't know how many good things she has done in her previous life. To be able to marry a man like Chen Ku. Mother-in-law was the first to like it. Follow the comments. My son is responsible. I was tired outside and gave so much money. Unlike some people who do nothing at home every day, it's just a waste. The sister-in-law also joined in the fun. Some people just have a good life. Married to such a generous man as my brother. I stared at that circle of friends. Tighten your fingers a little. And just in between my days, Chen Huan's WeChat messages have been talked about several times in a row. Didn't you say you bought soy sauce? What about invoices? I care if you continue to spend money on the reason to buy things for the family. I stared at these two messages. My heart felt like it was being squeezed suddenly. The next second, Chen Huan's phone came in. The opening of the mouth is a question. What about the invoice for soy sauce? I subconsciously glanced at the kitchen trash can. The voice tightened. I was too busy cooking just now. Throw it with the vegetable leaves. I accidentally forgot. Not intentionally. I accidentally forgot. Chen Huan laughed. There was indescribable irony in the laughter. You can forget the things that are 9 yuan and 8 things. Care if you have a bad memory or if your hands and feet are not clean. You know it in your heart. Since there is no invoice. Before soy sauce, it was deducted from the money for his son's tutoring class. My throat was choked. The fire burned all at once. That's it again. Last month, because I bought a box of 3 yuan of candy for my son. He was not reported in time. He deducted money from his son for eating fruit. A whole month. My son never took a bite of fruit. I took a deep breath. Squeeze your phone. Just the money for a bottle of soy sauce. What else can I do with it? What does it mean to just have a bottle of soy sauce and not make money? I don't know how hard it is to make money. I told you a long time ago. Grocery shopping must be reported by daily necessities with a ticket. How many times have I told you this rule? One less ticket. Who knows if you are taking my money and spending it indiscriminately? Care about me? I really don't understand. Is 20,000 yuan a month not enough for you to spend? You have to go to great lengths to deduct money for this kind of thing. How did I marry such a prodigal girl as you? After saying that, he hung up the phone. I was left looking at the beeping phone and was at a loss for a while. My son looked up at me, said cautiously, Mom, can't I eat fruit again this month? My heart was sour, touching his head, choked up and speechless. In the eyes of outsiders, I have 20,000 households a month, a full-time wife who is pampered at home, but only I know these 20,000 households are not money. Instead, I put my dog on a leash. Grocery shopping should be accounted for. Apply to buy clothes. Even buying a bottle of soy sauce for 9 yuan and 8 yuan has to spread the invoice. Shoot it for Chen Huan to see. If you are 1 second slower, you will be scolded. One less son's life next month will be affected. I smiled bitterly. This kind of life has 20,000 families. When is the head? The next afternoon, I went to kindergarten to pick up my son. Just arrived at the door. The head teacher stopped me and cared about my mother. Xiaobao hasn't paid for this month's meals. It has been urged 3 times. Make up for it as soon as possible today. A few parents next to him haven't left yet. I heard the word meal fee. They all subconsciously glanced at me. The smile on my face froze. I could only bite the bullet and nod. Good. I'll hand it over right away. I will send a message to Chen Huan immediately. Xiaobao hasn't paid his meal bill this month. The teacher urged today. You transfer me 680 first. I'll hand it over now. The message has not been replied to since it was sent. I stood at the entrance of the kindergarten. The palms of the hands sweated a little. Teacher Lee glanced at me, although he didn't speak, but those eyes still made my face hot. Nearly 10 minutes later, Chen Huan finally returned. 680. A child can eat so much in a meal. If you want to pay, you can give me the invoice first. I was anxious to reply to him. Kindergartens charge a flat meal fee for 1 semester. No invoice. The next second, the phone called. Chen Huan's impatient voice sounded. Concerned, isn't 20,000 yuan a month enough for you to spend? Now even the money for the child's meals has to be asked for extra money. No invoice yet. How can there be no invoice for normal payment? I explained with anger. I will pay for every transaction at home first. I can't move the 20,000 yuan in my bank card. I only have 200 yuan in my hand. Slightly larger expenses will be reimbursed by you. The teacher is waiting. You give it to me first. I will find a way to get her to issue the invoice. What kind of attitude are you? You two eat my flowers. I still have the face to shout at me. What if 20,000 yuan is not in your hands? That's not what is spent on your heads. See for yourself. Now a child can spend 680 for a meal. You two really know how to spend money. Spending money is spending money. His son's normal expenses have become heinous to his mouth. But obviously yesterday I saw my sister-in-law showing off in the circle of friends. Said that Chen Huan helped him buy a bracelet worth 10,000 yuan. Today he is talking to me for 680. I was shaking with anger, but for the sake of the child, I have to make a humble request. No matter how busy, say transfer the money to me first. The teacher has already urged. The other end was silent for 2 seconds before speaking coldly. Want me to give money? You can ask the teacher to issue the invoice first. Otherwise, there is no need to talk. She hung up the phone mercilessly. Picture 6. I looked at my phone. My eyes were sore. Xiaobao, Can my mother pay the money? Facing the inquiring gaze of the head teacher, I was extremely embarrassed. Can the teacher issue an invoice first? The words fell. Kindergarten parents who were silently concerned about us also began to whisper. The meal cost of $680 also needs to be invoiced. I'm afraid it's not poor and crazy. Impossible. I know this parent. Her husband is notoriously good to her. It's for 20,000 families a month. The moon does not fall. Why is he still so picky? I won't spend all 20,000 yuan on myself. With a strange gaze, I sent the invoice I asked for to Qinghwan. In exchange for 680 yuan, pay the meal fee. I really don't have the face to stay where I am. Leave without looking back. On the way back, I swiped my mother-in-law's circle of friends. Thank you for the healthcare products sent by my son. This is a treasure that I have been thinking about for a long time.
图片上的保养品我认识，一盒就要3000块。陈欢一口气给他妈送了5盒，我攥紧了手机，盯着盯着就红了眼。到家把儿子哄睡后，我才敢点开婆婆那条朋友圈，里面不只有陈欢给她买的保养品，还有她给婆婆、给小姑子的转账记录。我盯着那条朋友圈看了很久，突然想起我站在幼儿园门口，为了680的餐费，低声下气的求陈欢给钱的场景。600块的餐费，她推3阻4，而现在婆婆3000的保健品，她眼都不眨。我心口发闷，鬼使神差点开了和陈欢的聊天记录，往上翻，全是密密麻麻的发票、照片。苹果36已报，儿童牙膏22已报，酱油9.8无票不报，每一笔都不大，可每一笔我都得先垫、先记、解释，在忐忑不安中等他一句报或者不报。我盯着那些照片，手指一点点发抖，点开那条朋友圈里的转账记录，下一秒我整个人都僵住了。
Transfer 15,000 yuan to his mother. Transfer 10,000 yuan to Chenqing. My head was buzzing. It turns out that not all money needs to be invoiced. It turns out that Qinhuan doesn't know how to spend money. It's not that I'm reluctant to spend money. He was just reluctant to give me and my children flowers. I stare at my phone. The eyes are a little sore. At this moment, the phone suddenly vibrated. It was a voice from my mother. I clicked, and her somewhat weak voice came from inside. Xinxin Lama is fine. It's just that my stomach hurts a little. I just took 2 painkillers. Just take it slow. Don't worry about it. Just take care of Xiaobao. Listen to her pretend to be relaxed. My heart tightened. My mother's stomach problems are a frequent problem. It has been repeated in recent years. At its worst, I was in pain in the middle of the night and broke out in a cold sweat. I can't even straighten my waist. I advised him to go to the hospital for a checkup, but she just didn't want to send me a message this time. It was also because he fell ill not long ago. I forced her to go to the hospital for a checkup. I called him immediately. Mom, didn't you go to the hospital again? The other end was silent for 2 seconds. Only then did my mother's weak voice come from. What hospital are you going to? Often wrong. What are you doing with that unjust money? What is wrongful money? I was in a hurry. You don't even look at it if it hurts like this. In case something happens. What do you want me to do? Didn't the doctor say it last time? Gastroscopy is required. You have to take medicine and raise it. Which one doesn't cost money? You don't have a lot of money either. Mom doesn't want to cause you trouble. My throat is blocked. I didn't say anything for a long time. After hanging up the phone, I looked down at WeChat. Change 237.6. There are more than 100 in Alipay. It doesn't even add up to give him a decent checkup. I sat on the sofa, stared at the string of numbers for a long time. In the end, I clicked on the chat box with Qinhuan. My mother had stomach problems again. It hurts so much. I want to take 1,000 yuan to her hospital for examination first. After the news was sent, I don't have any bottom in my heart. Sure enough, it took less than a minute. Qinhuan went back to my house. It is for this family. It's not for you to use it to subsidize your mother's family. My heart was cold. Gritted his teeth and continued typing. This time I borrowed you. My mother just wanted to take the money to see a doctor. I will definitely pay it back when I earn money. It came back almost immediately. When you earn money, when will you get it? You're just a housewife. It's still on my own now. Don't give me those careful thoughts. It's not me talking about you. Your mother has a little headache and brain fever. You come to ask for money. Really think that my money is blown by the wind. I have said it a long time ago. Don't always think about taking my money to lick the bottomless pit of your mother's house. I stared at those lines. My chest was stuffy and painful. It's not that I haven't had the opportunity to work to earn money. It was Qinhuan who told me when I got married. He wants me to be a housewife at home. Escort his work. She told me at that time. It will definitely be good to me. But now all the promises made have come to naught. At this moment, the phone rang again. It's still my mother. As soon as I connected, I heard his voice tremble. It seems to be holding back something. Hee. Ma just vomited again. My stomach is turning violently. Bitter in the mouth. Mom, what's wrong with you? There was a panicked movement on the other end of the phone. This was followed by my aunt's anxious voice. Xin, come quickly. Your mother just vomited blood. When I rushed to the hospital, my mother has been pushed to the emergency room. As soon as my aunt saw me, tears fell. Hee, you're finally here. My aunt suddenly vomited a big mouthful of blood just now. The doctor said it was stomach bleeding. Check it first. Hurry up and pay the money. A buzz in my head. The whole figure was smashed head on. Stomach bleeding. My mother's old stomach disease eventually became a serious illness. The toll window is not far away. I almost ran past. Hello, how much do you pay first? The nurse in the window glanced at the list. He opened his mouth without raising his head. New prepayment of 5,000. 5,000. I hurriedly rummaged through my bag. My fingertips were so shaky that I could hardly grab my phone. WeChat change 237. Alipay 163. The bank card is 37 yuan 8. It doesn't even add up to a fraction. I stared at the numbers on the screen. His face turned white all of a sudden. The nurse saw that I was slow to move, frowned. The family, and there are people behind, went to hand over the money first. The patient is waiting for the examination. I opened my mouth, but I can't say a word. The aunt followed, saw me frozen there. The eyes changed all of a sudden. Hee, you didn't bring any money. My eyes suddenly heated. I can't even lift my head. It's not not that I didn't bring it. I don't have it at all. The nurse urged again. Can you make friends first? If you don't pay it, the process will not be easy to follow. In the end, I sent a message to Qinghwan. My mother had stomach bleeding. Now you have to pay 5,000 in the hospital emergency department. Fast forward to me. 1 second, 2 seconds, 10 seconds. There was no movement over there. I sent another one. It's really urgent. The doctor still didn't reply when urging the payment. I gritted my teeth and dialed the phone directly. I opened my voice trembling. Qinghwan, my mother was hospitalized with stomach bleeding. The hospital has to pay 5,000 first. You quickly transfer it to me. Count me as borrowing you. You can deduct it however you want. Wei Chishue interrupted me impatiently. I care about your mother's family now to ask for money. Even this reason is made up. My brain exploded. Even the ears are buzzing. What do you say? Qinghwan sneered. Your mother had a stomachache just now. Stomach bleeding now. Why is it so coincidental? You just asked me for an inspection fee. The back foot was hospitalized. I was chilled. Even the teeth were shaking. Qinghwan, I didn't joke with you. My mom was really in the emergency room. The doctor just placed an order. She asked unhurriedly, what about the list? What? He expected an indescribable mockery. Payment slips, medical records, and examination results are not available. How do I know your mother is really sick? Or did you guys team up to cheat me out of my money? That moment, I only felt a chill rushing from the soles of my feet to the top of my head. The blood all over my body was cold. I hold my phone. The hands were shaking and almost unsteady. Qinghwan, that's my mother. So what? I have said it a long time ago. The family is for this family. It's not for you to use it to fill the bottomless pit of your mother's house. What does it matter to me if your mother is sick? I bit my lip. A smell of blood quickly came to his mouth. After all, I still couldn't hold back my anger. Household use. Have you forgotten that I am also a part of the family? You said give me 20,000 yuan a month. I want to spend 5,000 to save my mother's life now. Can't I? Qinghwan, don't be too cruel. The words just fell. A sneer came from the other end of the phone. I am cruel, and I think I am cruel. If you have the ability, don't spend my money. A waste who reaches out for money. What qualifications do you have to be arrogant with me? And one last time, if you want money, you can give an invoice first. After saying that, he hung up the phone mercilessly, and every word he said pierced my heart like a knife. The nurse came over again. The tone was already a little impatient. Whether the family members will hand it over or not, the patient can't afford to wait. Tears welled up in my eyes, but I can't even bother to wipe it. I could only raise my mobile phone to take a picture of the payment slip and send it to Qinghwan. I'll take a picture of it for you now. I'll shoot it for you. You transfer the money first. The other side replied quickly. What is the use of a payment slip? Who knows if it's true or false? I don't recognize anything except invoices. There was no movement after that. I was left alone staring at the black screen. I only felt like a hole in my chest was bent open by life. The aunt was trembling with anxiety next to her. Hee, is it okay? Your mother vomited blood again just now. The doctor said it couldn't be delayed any longer. Okay, why not? I wiped away my tears, turned around and entered his ID card on the online loan platform. Don't give me money, right? I find a way to earn it myself. I sat in the hospital corridor. I clicked on all the software on my phone that could borrow money. Online loans, consumer loans, credit loans. I filled in all the information I could fill in one go. 5,000, 10,000, 8,000, 20,000, 50,000. When dawn broke, I did a rough calculation. The money approved before and after has been nearly 2 million. I stared at the string of numbers. My heart was beating hard. The brain is clearer than ever. Isn't Qinghwan most afraid of me spending his money? Okay, starting today, I don't spend a penny on him. My mother's life. I saved myself. My own son. I raised it myself. And this family owes me. I also got it back little by little. Early the next morning, I will pay my mother's follow-up examination fee first. Hospitalization and medicine expenses were made up. Doctors said her stomach bleeding dragged on for too long. You have to raise it slowly later. The medicine cannot be stopped, and the review cannot be stopped. I nodded. Just said one sentence. Give me the best medicine. The first thing my mother said when she woke up was to ask me. Xin spent a lot of money. I tucked the quilt for him, smiled indifferently. It's just a little money. Mom, don't worry about it. Recuperate first. Her eyes turned red all of a sudden. Did you quarrel with Qinghwan again? I was silent for 2 seconds, smiled indifferently. No noise. Mom, you can rest assured to treat your illness. I have money. After coming out of the hospital, I wasn't in a hurry to go home. I went to the supermarket first. I bought 2 boxes of fruit for Xiaobao. Strawberries, blueberries, oranges, cherries. All he picked was that he had stood in front of the shelf and looked at it for a long time. Finally, it was put back silently. When it's time to swipe your card, the cashier smiled and asked me if I wanted points. I waved my hand proudly. No, it's just buying some fruit for your son. In the evening, Xiaobao saw the fruit on the table. The eyes lit up. Mom, are these all from our family? I pushed the fruit towards him. It's all yours, right? But he didn't dare to move. Ask me carefully. Wouldn't Dad be angry when he found out? My throat is blocked. Touched her head. Don't worry about being angry. Tell your mother what fruit you want to eat in the future. Mom buys it for you. Let's treat you as if you don't have a father from now on. The son didn't know if he understood, but he still nodded obediently. The next few days, I felt like I was possessed. Spent money to hire a nurse for my mother. Changed to a better medicine. I enrolled Xiaobao in the eloquence class and pinyin class that I had been reluctant to enroll in before. Replaced the old sofa at home that has been used for many years. The dining table has also changed. Even the faucet in the kitchen that is always leaking. I went directly to find someone to come to the door to reinstall it. Change what you can change. There is still more than half of the money in his hand. It doesn't seem that difficult to support a family, so why? Asking Xinhuan for money is the same as asking for his life. I no longer think about superfluous things. Instead, he took his son to the real estate center. I used the remaining 1.5 million yuan to buy a suite. The house is in his son's name. I promise that no one can take it away. And after returning from the hospital, I haven't looked for Xinhuan for more than 10 days. No message was sent. There is no reimbursement. No invoice was posted. There was no explanation for a penny. I suddenly fell silent from his life. It was so quiet that even he was not used to it. So on the 12th night when I didn't ask him for money, he finally took the initiative to send me a message. It's been quite safe lately. How do you know that it is not easy for me to make money? Finally learn to save. I rolled my eyes. Turn around and continue to submit your resume. It doesn't make sense. But soon a prompt from the circle of friends popped up. It is the latest text posted by Xinhuan. Women sometimes just can't get used to it. I always felt that I was strict in control. Now I finally know that life is not spent indiscriminately. Recently, my wife has learned well. I am very pleased. The comments below quickly brushed up. Brother Chen, cow. Or will you take care of your wife? 20,000 households a month. Who can't be obedient? Mother-in-law was the first to like and leave a message. Men should look like men. The pipe has to be managed. The sister-in-law also commented. My sister-in-law has finally grown a little. I stared at that circle of friends. I just want to laugh. At this moment, WeChat pops up a transfer reminder. 200 yuan message. They've been doing well lately. Reward you with buying a dress. 200 pieces. Who is this humiliating? I was looking at my phone and it shook again. This time it's my sister-in-law circle of friends. She was holding a newest luxury bag, smiled proudly in the mirror. The copywriting is dazzling. Thank you brother for the new bag. Women, it's better to have a sister. I know the bag in the picture. And the official website price is 20,008. I looked down at the 200 yuan that Xinhuan had just sent me. He looked up at the bag of more than 20,000 yuan in his sister-in-law's arms, laughed sarcastically. It's really interesting. I clicked on that transfer, collected 200 yuan. Take a screenshot and save it. Since he loves to be a good person so much, love to dress affectionately, then I will write all these things down for him. The matter of online loans cannot be hidden for too long. A week later, Xinhuan found out. Originally, he was happy that I didn't ask him for money this week. Until you receive a reminder SMS. His face instantly changed to relaxed. What it is? You tell me what it is. Xinhuan slammed his phone on the table. There was a reminder text message on it. The loan in your name is about to expire. Please repay in time. Finally waited for this day. I shrugged my shoulders indifferently. Why can't you read the words? Payment reminder text message. Xinhuan exploded. You dare to be weird with me. Where did this text message come from? When did our family borrow money? I came back very calmly. Online loans. Just in the first half of the month. Xinhuan pointed at me. My hands were shaking with anger. Who asked you to borrow it? Are you crazy? Do you know how much you borrowed? Do you want to drag me to death? I didn't answer. Just turned around and poured himself a glass of water. Xinhuan rushed over, grabbed my wrist. The face is hideous. Let me ask you, how much did you borrow? You bitch dare to borrow money behind my back. I opened my mouth lightly, but not much. The total is less than 2 million. What did you say? Wen Yen. Xinhuan's eyes were red. Kicked the chair next to him over. Your brain is flooded. What do you take to repay the 2 million online loan? Do you want to kill me? Bitch. I knew you weren't a good guy. He actually did this kind of thing behind my back. I tell you, get rid of these loans for me right away. Divorce. I'm going to divorce you now. These debts are borrowed by yourself. It has nothing to do with me. He couldn't wait to get rid of the relationship. And I sneered. It's none of your business. Xinhuan, you are dreaming. I didn't spend a penny on myself. Your mother-in-law's emergency rescue deposit is 5,000. The payment slip is here. Follow-up hospitalization fees, medicine costs, and examination fees are here. My son's meal tutoring class is here. The sofa, dining table, faucets, and daily necessities at home are here. The records of buying groceries and cooking in the past few days are also here. I took the invoices one by one. Xinhuan's face turned white little by little. Don't you love to read invoices? Come on, see enough. This money is all spent by our family. You dare to say that these expenses have nothing to do with you. Xinhuan's voice was obviously empty, but he is still holding on. So what? There is also money for your mother. Not all the money you spend on your son is spent on my head. I almost laughed out loud. My son. Why is Xiaobao not your son now? You don't post on Moments every day. Do you say give me 20,000 yuan a month? Then I really spend my money on this family now. Why has nothing to do with you again? When Yan Xinhuan's face turned green, he glanced at me resentfully. Bitch, you dare to plot against me. Don't think you can do anything to me with this pile of garbage. I tell you, I want me to repay the loan for you. If you don't have a way, you wait for me. I want you to walk around without eating. I laughed. Didn't you take the money to calculate mine first? As for what you said, I'm just looking forward to the divorce. He didn't know how long I had waited for this day. The next day, Xinhuan threw the divorce agreement in front of me. He looked up at me. The face was dark and scary. Hurry up and sign for me. I looked down. There are a few big characters written on the top. Divorce agreement. I turned 2 pages. His eyes quickly stopped on the debt column. All loans, online loans, and credit loans during marriage are taken care of by the woman. Personal responsibility. It has nothing to do with the male party's pleasure. I laughed angrily. It has nothing to do with you. You dream. Xinhuan spoke with a cold face. It has nothing to do with me. You borrow money. The word is signed by you. You yourself are righteous. I threw the agreement on the table, rolled his eyes. Then your son's meals, furniture at home, usually eat and drink, and how to calculate what your mother eats. Xinhuan's face froze. Then it became even more fierce. Don't talk to me about this. Don't worry about me. Tell you. If you borrow online loans behind my back, you are guilty. Don't try to pull me into the water together. Sign it quickly. Otherwise, things will be big. I'll see how you end. I flatly refused. Impossible. The loan must be half for one person. As soon as these words came out, Jinghwan blew up half of one person on the spot. You dream not the money I spend. Why is it on my head? I stared at him. Just with this money, I don't spend a penny. Why do you want me to carry it alone? Jinghwan was so angry that he slapped it on the table. Care if you're crazy. I give you 20,000 yuan a month for your family, and you are still not satisfied. Borrow 2 million behind my back. Now I want me to fill the hole for you. Why is your face so big? I have been benevolent enough to you. Who can afford to keep a woman like you outside? I don't bother to quarrel with her anymore. Pick up the agreement and throw it in the trash. Jinghwan stopped me. His eyes were fierce as if he was going to eat people. You don't sign, right? Okay, then go to court. I want to see if the court is as shameless as you. I nodded indifferently about this. It's just that he doesn't mention lawsuits. I will definitely get him up. I want to see it in front of the courthouse. How else can he maintain his good image? I probably didn't expect me to be so happy. Jinghwan was stunned for a moment, but soon she seemed to have regained her confidence, sneered and took out his phone. Okay, you wait for me. At noon that day, he first posted a circle of friends. The picture is the divorce agreement. The copywriting is magnificent. Some people are not satisfied with giving him more. I transfer 20,000 yuan a month. As a result, he borrowed 2 million online loans behind my back. Now I still want to ask me to pay it back. It's simply not enough for a snake to swallow an elephant. A bunch of comments quickly popped up below. Brother Ching is too miserable. This kind of woman is scary. 20,000 yuan a month is not enough to spend. This is using you as an ATM. Hurry up and leave. This kind of prodigal spirit is waiting for the new year. With this circle of friends, the family group also exploded. My phone keeps ringing. It was all voices and messages from relatives. Enough of caring about you and living a good life. How dare you take out a loan behind my son's back? You mad woman must know contentment. Your husband is already worthy of you. I've never seen such a shameless woman as you. Even distant cousins who don't usually contact each other for several years. They all jumped out and pointed at me and scolded. Say I'm a white-eyed wolf, a vampire, a prodigal. I stared at those messages and didn't reply to them. The more they scold now, the more it hurts in the back. In the afternoon, Jinghwan reprinted the divorce agreement. Throw it in front of me. Finally, give you a chance. Sign or not. I didn't even look at it. I just pushed it back and didn't sign. Jinghwan gritted his teeth and nodded. Then the court saw that I ignored him. He lowered his head and continued to sort out the screenshots on his phone. 9 pieces of 8 soy sauce. 680 small meal fee. Compare the mother-in-law's 10,005 healthcare products and the sister-in-law's 20,008 bag. I keep all these pieces of evidence one by one. Soon the day of the trial will come. I just arrived at the gate of the courthouse. I saw that Jinghwan's family had arrived. The mother-in-law was wearing a dark red coat. The boss with a face. The sister-in-law stood next to her with her 20,008 bag. An expression of waiting to see my joke. Jinghwan even put on a suit. Seeing me sneered. Care, you'd better be as tough as you are now. I looked up at her and smiled. Don't worry, I'll definitely make you uglier than me later. In court, Jinghwan pointed at me and said bitterly, he borrowed the online loan himself. The words were signed by himself. It has nothing to do with me. I give her 20,000 yuan a month for family money. It was he who was insatiable. Borrowed 2 million behind my back. Now they want to drag me into the water. Why? As soon as he said this, someone in the audience immediately began to talk in a low voice. The mother-in-law patted her thigh and scolded. My son gives her 20,000 yuan a month. She is still not satisfied. This kind of woman is a white-eyed wolf that is not well fed. Ching looked at me with contempt. Which wife can spend so much money to borrow 2 million? He really dared. I sat there listening to them sing and harmonize. I almost laughed out loud. 20,000 is 20,000 again. 20,000 is 20,000 again. In the past 3 years, Jinghwan said when he met people, he gave me 20,000 yuan a month. How considerate of me. How to be responsible for this home. Shape yourself into an affectionate and generous husband. Good father. He really spoke this set of words smoothly. It's so smooth that even he almost believes it. I wasn't in a hurry to speak. Just click on the phone. Put it on the table. Okay, then make the 20,000 clear today. I point my finger. The first chat record is when Jinghwan asked me for a soy sauce invoice. When everyone saw that I didn't give a ticket, he threatened me with my son's tutoring class. Everyone's discussion rang out. Jinghwan's face changed on the spot. I didn't give him a chance to speak at all. Keep scrolling down. One by one, I read a sentence every time. The auditorium was quiet. At the end, I laughed directly. Jinghwan, this is the 20,000 households in your mouth. Buy a soy sauce for 9 yuan and 8. You ask me for an invoice. The son pays 680 for a meal. You asked me to go to kindergarten to issue invoices. My mother was lying in the emergency room for bleeding. You open your mouth or the invoice. You call this home. This is called almsgiving. It is called shame. Thank you very much. Stand up suddenly. He pointed at me and his voice became hoarse with anger. That's what I'm in charge of. I'm working hard to make money. Why can't you ask clearly? Every penny in the family must be spent in the open. Is there anything wrong with that? My voice rose suddenly. With a backlog of resentment for 3 years, the whole courtroom was buzzing. Did you ask clearly when you transferred 10,005 to your mother? Did you ask clearly when you bought your sister a bag for 20,008? You buy wine and food for your fox friends. Spend thousands at a time. Why don't you ask for an invoice? Why don't you ask clearly? After saying that, I took another stack of screenshots of the transfer that had already been sorted out, slapped the table. The clarification face turned white at once. The blood faded instantly. Subconsciously hid the brand name bag in his hand behind him. The eyes dodged. Don't dare to look at me again. I stared at him, directly sneered. The tone was full of mockery. What to hide? Don't you love the sun? The circle of friends is more lively than anyone else. Now it's time for the court. You know it's embarrassing. I bought a box of fruit for my son. It cost 30 yuan. Your whole family scolded me. Say I'm a loser. Say I won't live. Your brother bought you a bag of 20,008. You wish the world knew how to get to the court. You know it's hidden. Jinghwan's face was distorted with anger. You don't get involved in this mess. We are talking about online loans today. I nodded. The tone calmed down. Okay, then let's just talk about online loans. I took out the compiled list directly. One by one, they were slapped on the table. Whether it's paying a deposit to my mother or changing furniture, all the money went to the family. Which of these money was not spent on this family? Your son didn't eat, and your family didn't live. You yourself are useless. Now you want a divorce. I want to throw all this 2 million to me. Why? Xinhuan was stunned by me. His lips moved for a long time before he held back a sentence. There was a bit of a lack of confidence in his voice. Change what you can change. There is still more than half of the money in his hand. It doesn't seem that difficult to support a family, so why? Asking Xinhuan for money is the same as asking for his life. I no longer think about superfluous things. Instead, he took his son to the real estate center. I used the remaining 1.5 million yuan to buy a suite. The house is in his son's name. I promise that no one can take it away. And after returning from the hospital, I haven't looked for Xinhuan for more than 10 days. No message was sent. There is no reimbursement. No invoice was posted. There was no explanation for a penny. I suddenly fell silent from his life. It was so quiet that even he was not used to it. So on the 12th night when I didn't ask him for money, he finally took the initiative to send me a message. It's been quite safe lately. How do you know that it is not easy for me to make money? Finally learn to save. I rolled my eyes. Turn around and continue to submit your resume. It doesn't make sense. But soon a prompt from the circle of friends popped up. It is the latest text posted by Xinhuan. Women sometimes just can't get used to it. I always felt that I was strict in control. Now I finally know that life is not spent indiscriminately. Recently, my wife has learned well. I am very pleased. The comments below quickly brushed up. Brother Chen, cow. Or will you take care of your wife? 20,000 households a month. Who can't be obedient? Mother-in-law was the first to like and leave a message. 9 yuan and 8 soy sauce will be reimbursed. He also threatened not to pay for the tutoring class for his son. Whoever is with this kind of man is unlucky. Even this man is too good at pretending. Pick your wife and children like this. Be generous to your mother and sister. It's really refreshing offline. Xinhuan heard those words. The face suddenly turned pig liver color. I watched him make up for it in the end. Xinhuan, you remember, it doesn't matter if you sign an online loan. The important thing is that the money is spent on your son's head. Spent on this family. Spent on the 20,000 yuan that you love to take out and pretend. Don't you want to rely on it later? Okay, then you will be in front of the judge. In front of your mother. In front of your sister. In front of all relatives and friends. Say your nonsense again. I retook a stack of invoices, payment slips, and chat screenshots on the table, staring at Xinhuan, word by word. The day the verdict was handed down, Xinhuan was stupid. The judge made it clear. Although I borrowed the online loan, but all the money in it was spent. Husband and wife lived together and raised children, so divorce is okay. The debt must be half for each person. I have no problem with that. Anyway, 2 million miles. The vast majority of the money was used to buy a house for his son, and the son was also sentenced to me. As for Xinhuan, he was saddled with a foreign debt of 1 million. As soon as the results came out, his face turned white. At first, she thought that as long as she got divorced, just put the responsibility on me. These 2 million can be cleaned up, but now the debt has fallen on his head, not to mention, this money is far more than the so-called household expenses given to me over the years. As soon as I left the courthouse, my mother-in-law exploded, pointed at my nose and cursed. Why? Obviously it was an online loan she borrowed. Why should I let my son return you as a poisonous woman? You are deliberately calculating our family. Qing also shouted. The eyes are red. He just deliberately calculated my brother. He had already planned it. I just want my brother to be in foreign debt. Ruined my brother's life. I didn't even look at them. Those abuses and accusations have long been irrelevant to me. I took out my phone directly. Click on social platforms. Put the verdict and the stack of chat records. The screenshot of the invoice was sent to the internet word for word. The title is simple and direct, but it is enough to break Xinhuan's disguise. My husband gives me 20,000 yuan a month for the family. You have to get an invoice to buy a bottle of soy sauce for 9 yuan and 8. The post exploded less than half a day after it was sent. The comment area is all scolding Xinhuan. Scolded her for being hypocritical and selfish. Scolding the mother-in-law and the double standard of the love force. This man is really disgusting. Pretending to be generous and pretending to be on his wife's head. Even 9 pieces and 8 have to be taken into account. I've never seen such a stingy man. It's like this for his wife and children. He is very generous to his own mother and sister. Emergency 5,000 does not give my sister 20,000 and 8 bags to buy. It really will be dressed. The acting skills are better than the actors. I feel sorry for the landlord. Married to such a family. Fortunately, they got divorced. Fortunately, the child was sentenced to him. Finally get rid of this garbage. At night, several local self-media have begun to turn. Xinhuan's phone calls also began to come one after another. I didn't answer any of them. Later, he began to send messages to Care. Quickly deleted. Do you want to ruin me? Please, for the sake of our husband and wife. For Xiaobao's sake. Quickly deleted the post. I took a look. I just think it's ridiculous. Finger a little. Block him directly. The next day, Xinhuan did a good deed. His entire company knew about it. The company group exploded. Everyone was watching his jokes, talking about his hypocrisy and stinginess. I heard that he just arrived at the company, was called into the office by the leader. The face was ugly. In the afternoon, the company issued a notice. Xinhuan was suspended. The reason is very decent. Personal behavior affects the company's image. Suspended from office pending processing. But in fact, everyone knows. I just think he is ashamed. I don't want to affect the company's reputation because of him. After losing my job, Xinhuan was finally anxious. Run directly to block me. The whole person was embarrassed. I can't see the shadow of the past at all. He asked with red eyes. Me. Do you have to force me to death? You deleted the post. I promise you anything. I laughed directly. I forced you to post it yourself. Online loans are forced out by yourself. The work is your own matchmaking. What does it matter to me? All this is your fault. Xinhuan gritted his teeth. The eyes are red. You know that the 20,000 yuan is for you. I'm just asking you for an invoice. What is this? I just want to keep my family's accounts clear. Am I wrong? I interrupted him impatiently. The eyes were full of contempt. Xinhuan. Do you want to ask for an invoice? Then you transfer 10,005 to your mother. Buy your sister a bag of 20,008. Why don't you ask them for an invoice? Why don't you manage the accounts clearly? Your so-called accounting is just aimed at me. I just can't bear to spend a penny on me. Xinhuan choked. I don't bother to talk nonsense to him anymore. Raise your finger and point to the door and ask him to roll. Pay off your debts slowly. As for your good husband's personality, now the whole network knows what it is. Don't come to me in the future. After saying that, I turned around and left. Xinhuan called my name from behind. I didn't even look back. The days that followed passed quickly. After the post exploded, a lot of people came to me. There are people who do emotional numbers. There are those who do legal numbers. There are also short videos. They all want me to tell the truth behind the 20,000 households a month. Tell me about my experience of getting out of an unhappy marriage. I took this opportunity to start a self-media account. Share your experiences every day. Share a guide to avoiding pitfalls in marriage. Share the daily life of taking care of a baby alone. I didn't expect the account to become more and more popular. Fans are rising. Advertising and collaborations followed. I am busy and fulfilled every day. Never have to look at anyone's face again. No more need to be careful about the soy sauce of 9 pieces and 8. No more being calculated and blamed. Less than half a year. I almost repaid the part of the online loan that I should have repaid. My mother's body is slowly getting better. The mental state is getting better and better. No more worrying about money. The son finally didn't have to look at anyone's face. Eat fruit if you want to eat it. If you want to enroll in an interest class, apply for an interest class. The smile on his face is increasing, is also becoming more and more cheerful. And Xinhuan didn't have such a good time. The job is gone. I can't find a new job for a while. Debt collection calls are made every day and night. Forced him to be overwhelmed. His relatives and friends also knew about him. Stay away from him. No one wants to help him. His scandal spread throughout the unit circle. Wherever you go, you are pointed at. The mother-in-law used to love to show off her son Gujia. Now I go out with my head down. Ching's 20,008 bag. Later, I heard that I didn't memorize it. After all, as soon as I saw the bag, others will think of his brother. Even the 680 meal expenses have to be invoiced. That night, I sat at the table in my new home. There are strawberries that Xiaobao loves to eat on the table. Xiaobao hugged the strawberry box. Eat it with a red mouth. Smile so much that his eyebrows and eyes curled. My phone just popped out of the last online loan. Reminder of successful repayment. The 4 words successful repayment on the screen. I looked down and smiled. I used to think that I would leave Xinhuan's 20,000 yuan a month. My child and I couldn't survive. I found out later. It really almost killed me. It's never that there is no money. He took the money and pretended it. That bit of false affection. It was his selfishness and indifference. It was his family's calculation and meanness. I turned off my phone. He lowered his head and took a bite of the strawberry. The sweet juice spreads in the mouth. Sonata is more than 20,000 households. It's much more than Xinhuan's false application. In the days to come, I will live a good life with my son. Make good money. Lie the way you like. No more grievances from anyone.